band that can't be beat. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Jackson, A, crashing that crease. When he's on the ice, it's a red light feast. Orson's up high, ripping the point shot. Richards in front, tipping from the slot. The ice shakes, get out of your seat. Tyler weaving through the zone, what a feat. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Port Moody trembles with fear, Richmond hides when the Colts are near. Abbotsford turns and runs away, afraid what will happen if they stay. The Colts battle hard to defend their space as Mitchell tries to block a shot with his face. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Making saves so fine.
It is Monday night at the new Cloverdale Arena, and that means the Colts U18 A1 team is on the ice, and they are going to be playing league game number 6 of the season. This took place on November 24th against the Burnaby Bulldogs. And the first thing you'll notice right away is that the Colts are not in their familiar home blue jerseys. You see the Bulldogs often left the Burnaby Bulldogs in their normal home maroon jerseys, and that is to accommodate the Colts, who are wearing their brand new alternate uniforms, the off-white, potentially maybe cream colored jerseys with blue and red trim, with the alternate Colts logo on the chest. So they're looking good here today, and they're hoping to play good because they're up against a team that beat them earlier in the season during the placement games. The Colts were on the road against Burnaby in those placement games and lost that game 3-1. And they're currently on a 3-game unbeaten streak with 2 wins and a tie. So they're looking to keep that rolling here today against a tough opponent. As far as the lineup goes, they're only down 1 player. Linden continues to be out with his knee injury. Other than that, everyone is in. So we'll have 12 forwards and 5 defense here today. In net, Nate gets the start. So let's head to the first period and see how this goes. It's not going to exactly be the start the Colts are looking for. Burnaby wins a puck battle along the wall, then comes in on the rush and picks up this puck in the high slot. The defense are too far back and too far spread apart. That player pulls the puck to the middle, shoots it on net. The rebound is right there for that player to bat it out of the air and into the net. It looked like West did get a piece of it, but ultimately the Burnaby player batted it in, got the 1-0 lead. So back the other way. Here comes Jackson down the other end. He just has some space up high there, but it gets shot up over the net. Colts keep coming though. Here's Noah picking it up at center, shooting it in, and it's going to take a friendly Colts bounce off of that gate in the corner. Noah slaps it on net, and then the rebound by Arjun. He directs that towards the 5-hole, but the Bulldogs goalie turns it aside. Here's another dump in by Tyler into that same corner. Bulldogs this time do get it and come out their left side of their ice, bounce it off the wall, but it goes past their player right to Nathan, who quickly just throws it on net, and it finds its way through the crowd and past the Bulldog goaltender glove. And the Colts are on the board with this unassisted goal. It's a 1-1 game. It's not just offense that Nathan's going to contribute to this game. Here he is back in front of his own net. Bulldogs get this puck, come in, and Nathan gets the leg down and blocks that shot before it gets through. So Nathan doing it at both ends of the ice. Here's Orson with a pass up to a changing Mitchell that's going to result in this 3-on-2 the other way. And that player turns it into a 2-on-1, but the shot is into Nate's bread basket and he covers it up. We see some more aggressive play by the Colts where they have 4 players down below the ringette line, and then nobody resets to get between the Bulldogs player and the goaltender, so there's a forwarding pass for a breakaway, and luckily that player stumbles, but he does still chip the puck on net. Here's a puck lofted to center, and Seth is coming hard, catching up to that Burnaby player. Can't quite get there, but then when he does get there to check the puck off of him, he gets it, but then is hooked to prevent getting possession. So number 6 is off to the penalty box for hooking, giving the Colts a power play as we wind this period down, looking to get their first lead of the game. And in an effort to do that, they have 5 forwards out on this power play, which I believe might be the first time we've seen that this season. But look what's happened. Again, there's 4 players down below the ringette line, and then nobody is playing back and staying between the Bulldogs player and the goalie. And it's a breakaway, shorthanded goal to give the Bulldogs the lead. So now we're back with a more traditional power play setup with 1 defenseman at the top, that being Nathan, and Seth being the other player back. And he's going to pick up that nice little backhand pass, walk in with a good chance there. Nathan gets it, and then Arjun puts it over to Seth again, who's at the ringette line, puts a slap shot. Leo in front, but he can't get a stick on it or a screen, and that power play is going to end. And now at even strength in this neutral zone faceoff, you see Jackson Anderson getting into it a bit with this Burnaby player at the faceoff. The Burnaby player is across the line. Jackson just trying to get a piece of ice, and he wins that battle, and the Colts win the faceoff. So now Jackson's all fired up, and we have a faceoff in the other end. The rebound off the draw there from Richards, sweeping shot. Jackson Anderson jumps on it, fires it past the goaltender, and Jackson gets back at that player in the neutral zone in the best way possible by scoring a goal and tying this game up as we go to the second period 2-2. Early in this period, the Colts are going to win a battle along the boards in the offensive zone. This pass is going to get whipped across to Knox. It's a little too hot to handle, and then as he's trying to come back and prevent an odd man rush the other way, he gets the stick in and hooks the Burnaby player down. So it's going to be a power play now for Burnaby. And Burnaby's first chance on this power play, right in front of the net, looks like it was blocked there by Nathan's stick. Then they're going to work it around high over to the right side defenseman. And he's going to shoot, and there's another block there by Jackson Davis, who then fires the puck down the ice. Power play does continue, though. Bulldogs deep in their own zone, and they're going to move that out and into the Colts zone. Colts have back checkers there, but nobody really has anybody picked up. And this puck's going to get passed across to the far side, player coming in hard on the right, and he slams that home, and the Bulldogs have a 3-2 lead. Things not really going the Colts' way this period so far. Bryson tries to clear this puck high. It's not high enough, though, and the Bulldog player knocks it down with his hand and goes in alone, but Nate makes the save. Bulldogs, once again, clearing it out of their own zone here, and once again, there's a Bulldog player in behind the Colts. This time we do have a defender back, but this player is weaving back and forth and then gets a good chance on the backhand, but Nate makes the save. Here's Liam with the puck, and he's trying to take it to the net, but it gets turned over, and Burnaby's rushing hard the other way. Watch Mitchell, though, on the back check. There, he could have easily took that player that cut to the middle with the puck, but he recognized the defender had that person, so he did well to go after the open player on the left, and he disrupts that play. So an intelligent back check there by Mitchell. Finally getting a chance now for the Colts. Here comes Jackson, Mum, and Tyler on a 2-on-1. Jackson waits, and shoots, and it hits the post, bounces out to Tyler off his foot, right out to Richard, who gets that shot onto net, but it's covered up by the Burnaby goaltender. Burnaby, once again, resuming their offensive attack. This time they're 2-on-2, and the player without the puck smartly goes through the 2 defenders, and that creates some space for the puck carrier to come in. They throw it out front, don't get a chance, though, and so the Colts get it along the wall, up, out to center, and here comes Leo down the left side. He's waiting. The shot is blocked, and he throws it out front to Seth, who sweeps it on net, and it's off the goaltender's toe and to the corner. Burnaby on the attack again, and again slipping a player in behind the defender, and then there's a nice move around Knox. He loses control of it, but the puck does come out front, and Burnaby players all over it looking for the rebound, but the Colts have boxed them out, and Nate covers up. Here's a strange play as 2 Burnaby players fall in the neutral zone, and somehow that gets away from Nathan. He dives and does a nice job to get a stick on it, but then Burnaby follows up and gets the loose puck, and then shoots on to Nate, and it's up over his shoulder. And somehow off that sequence, the Bulldogs have a 2-goal lead. Colts are going to try and replicate some of Burnaby's success here by getting players in behind the defenders. The Burnaby player, though, does catch up and get a piece of Jackson, but he does stay upright and then put the puck between his legs and up over the goaltender, but unfortunately it's also over the crossbar. So an excellent chance there for the Colts to get within 1. Burnaby again with some familiar plays, the weaving back and forth, and then a backhand pass, and Nate does well to come across and prevent that from going in. Colts are starting to look a little frustrated by the constant Burnaby attack. There's a puck from the point that is trapped under Nate's leg, and they're digging away at it. So the Colts come in and are shoving around. Nathan putting his arm around that head of the Burnaby player and pulling him down to the ice. It's going to continue for a little bit farther, but you saw the arm of the referee go up when he did that. So it's going to be Nathan heading to the box. 2 minutes for head contact out of all of that, but it was actually before all that pushing and shoving started that the penalty had happened. So Burnaby's back on the power play looking for a 3-goal lead. And like earlier in the game, they've had some really impressive passing plays on their zone entries and have got the Colts moving east to west on the ice and have really created some excellent scoring opportunities for themselves. That one is foiled by Nate, however. Power play continues, pucks out at the point. And the east to west passing is going to create another good scoring chance and another rebound. But again, Nate is out there to cover it up. More on this power play though. Burnaby supporting the puck well. 2 players on a puck on a power play like you should have. And this player recognizes that West is very high in the slot, so he just steps right up front. And on that rebound, he has a wide open cage, but the puck rolls off his stick. So it's 4-2 as we head to the third. And Jackson Davis is going to pick this puck up at his own blue line, head through the neutral zone, go wide right, head in on net, take the shot rather than the pass, and it's going to work out because it's going to hit the post and then potentially, I think, hit the goaltender in the back and bounce into the net. We've got ourselves a 1-goal game. Burnaby's going to look to restore the 2-goal lead, though. Here they are behind the Colts net, moving the puck out to the point. He's going to shoot that quickly on net, and it's tipped there from that player right in front. But Nate gets up tight against him and makes a leg save. So now it's the Colts coming out of their own zone. Tyler flips that up to Arjun, who's going to chase after it. It's going to be in a battle, and then Tyler's going to pick that loose puck up and just walk right to the front unimpeded and pop the water bottle off the top of the net. And a great start here to the third period has the Colts back level in this game. It's 4-4. Burnaby almost gets the lead right back. That player pushes it through Noah's leg and passes it over, but Nathan has just enough of that player to prevent him from tapping it into the empty net. So now we're back in the offensive zone for the Colts. Jackson Mum to Jackson Anderson, who's out front to Richard, and the goaltender comes across to shut the door. Burnaby now back on offense, but it's going to get stripped there by Seth, and then he's going to hound this defender and turn it over and skate in, whip the shot on net, but the save, and then it's out front to Leo, who can't quite get it before the Burnaby goalie covers it up. Something this Burnaby team does well is go hard to the net, and here they are again coming in 1-on-3. That player joins though and throws the puck towards the net, and the other player's there digging for it, but Nate has got those legs strong down low on the ice, and even though he gets bumped, he keeps it up. But another aspect of Burnaby's game is that seems like you can create opportunities if you hound those defenders. There's a misplay by the defender and then a clear interference on Arjun as he goes to get it, but he does throw it out front to Tyler, who has a great chance, but that's off the goalie's blocker. So it's getting late in this game, tie game. There's Noah on the back check, and he gets the stick into the midsection of that player, gets hung up in his arm. He tries to let go of his stick, but it's too late. The referee has detected it and will send him off for 2 minutes, hooking being the call. However, the initial scoring chance of this power play is going to be a shorthanded one as Jackson Anderson puts pressure on the Burnaby defender. He turns it over, he speeds away, in alone, pulls it to the forehand. But another nice save from this Burnaby goaltender who has had less shots against but is playing really well. So Burnaby was still on the power play. A nice block there from Knox to send it down the other way. So a huge kill there by the Colts. Just a minute or two left here in the third period in this tie game. Burnaby coming again with those weaving back and forth moves, making the defender fall, whipping it on net. But Nate covers it up. So there's just 30 seconds left in this game. Colts are pressuring, having the puck down low. Burnaby gets it there in the corner, and they're just going to fire it down the ice for icing. And that's going to set up an offensive zone faceoff for the Colts with about 20 seconds left in this game. You're going to see the 2 wingers lining up on the inside. Now watch Mac. He's going to motion to Bryson to move up to the right hash mark. This is a dangerous alignment with so little time left in a tie game. Sure enough, Burnaby chops it past the 4 players that are down low, and it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Pass across for the breakaway in the middle. Nice pull to the backhand, and putting it home for what will be the game-winning goal with just 10 or 15 seconds left in this game. You can see the jubilation on Burnaby there, jumping up and down, and they get the late victory here in this game. So a disappointing loss here for the Colts, ending their unbeaten streak at 3. This late loss to the Burnaby team. Here's a look at the stats on the day. 4 different goal scorers here tonight. Seth leading the way with 7 shots on net in the game. We'll have a look at what the season stats look like. Jackson Anderson, of course, still at the top of the table. Tyler moves into a tie for third for goals, and Nathan moves into a tie for most points by a defenseman, tied with Bryson. And with the undefeated streak over at 3, let's look at what the loss does to the standings. Colts dropping down to 8th place, although it's a bit of a logjam there in the middle. A wide range of teams that are within a couple points of each other. Burnaby up at the top in 2nd place. So let's have a look at the upcoming schedule and see what the Colts are up against here. They're next on the road for a Saturday game in Richmond before returning home for their normal Monday night home game against the North Vancouver team. And so that's it for this one. We'll see you in Richmond.